everyone. My name is Alvademy. I'm here at Alvademy. This is an online language school and we teach English, Spanish, and French. Today I'm going to tell you, or I'm going to just explain to you what the simplest tense in English is. Sometimes some beginner, intermediate, and advanced students make some mistakes when they use this tense. And if you have any questions about how to use it, when to use it, or if you're using it correctly, then you should watch this video. This video is going to be about the present simple. The present simple is a tense that we use for facts. We use it for things that don't or won't change. We use it for habits or routines, and we use it to describe yourself. For the ones that don't know what facts are things that are true in nature or things that are scientific, something that is not going to change, or something that is a general truth. The affirmative sentence form is subject. So for example, I, you, he, she, it, we, you, or they, or the name of the person, or the name of the noun. The verb, the action, and then the object or the complement. And then the negative form is, again, the subject. We use don't or doesn't, plus the verb in base form, not conjugated, plus the object or complement. Then the question form is do or does, plus the subject, plus the verb in base form again, and the object or complement, and don't forget to add the question mark at the end. We use do for I, you, we, you, and they, and does for he, she, and it. For the affirmative sentences, he, she, and it, the verb conjugation has a letter S at the end. So, for example, he, she, and it likes coffee, and the other pronouns or the other people would stay just with like, or with the verb in base form with no change. So for example, I, you, we, and they like coffee. The negative form, we use do not or does not, but we contracted don't for do not and doesn't for does not. Again, for I, you, we, and they, we have do not or don't, plus the verb in base form with no change. And for he, she, and it, we have doesn't for does not, and we use again the verb in base form with no change. So for example, I don't like coffee, or they don't like coffee. For he, she, and it, we have doesn't and then the verb in base form like coffee. We use don't or doesn't because these two auxiliaries tell us that the verb is already in present simple in the negative form, so we don't have to conjugate the next verb, or the verb actually, because we already have don't or doesn't. The same in questions. If you use do for I, you, we, and they, you don't have to conjugate the verb next to those people or next to those subjects. So for example, do I like coffee, or do you like coffee, or do they like coffee, do we like coffee? And for he, she, and it, we have does. And again, the verb next to it does not need to change. So you just leave it in the base form. So for example, does he like coffee, or does she like coffee? Or you can also include people's names. For example, does Veronica like coffee? Does Mariana like coffee? Etc. Like I said to you, we use the present simple for facts, something that is true in nature. It could be a scientific statement. Like, for example, when we talk about nature, the earth is round. So the earth will always be round. So that's why this is a fact. Or another example could be the sun is hot, or Mars is the next planet next to the earth. So we're going to see another example here. Buildings in Dubai are the tallest in the world. So this is another example that is a fact. For habits and routines, we have anything that you do as a habit or as a routine or something that you usually do. For example, I teach English online every day. Or I go to the gym 3 times per week. Or I speak to my mom on the phone every day. So it is a habit or a routine that you have in your life. For the verb to be, we use the verb to be for ages. So for to say how old you are. With adjectives, for example, I am tall, I am short, I am smart, I am great. For occupations, for example, she is a doctor, he's a nurse, she is a lawyer. For location, I am in Miami, you are in Slovakia, for example, you are at home, we are in New York City. Prices, for example, this cell phone is $300. Or for example, this computer is $2,000. So we use the verb to be for time as well. For example, it is 3 o'clock, or it is 7:16 right now, or it is 5 p.m. We use the verb to be for feelings. For example, I am sad, you are hungry, you are tired, they are upset. We use the verb to be for nationalities. For example, I am Mexican, you are from Slovakia, or you are from Czech Republic. And we use the verb to be for colors. For example, this computer is black and gray, or my room is white, or your eyes are green. The conjugation for the verb to be has like 3 different variants. So for example, for I is am, for you, we, and they is are, and for he, she, and it is. Remember that it is I am, you are, he, she, and it is, we, you, and they are. So that is the conjugation of this verb in the present simple. When we use the verb to be, we have to follow a different form. We have the subject. Again, the subject is I, you, he, she, it, we, you, or they, or any person's name, or any noun, for example, the computer, the room, the cell phone, etc. And then the verb to be conjugated in present simple. That is the conjugation that we just saw in the previous slide. For example, I am, you are, he, she, and it is, etc. Plus the complement. For example, I am upset, I am smart, I am in Miami, you are my student. And the negative form is the only thing that changes is that we put a not after the verb to be conjugation. So for example, am not, are not, or is not, plus the complement. For example, the subject can be my dog is not very smart. Just an example, because my dog is smart. Or we can say that my cat is not friendly. And then we have another form that is for the questions. We have the verb to be conjugated in present simple. So again, it's am, are, is, plus the subject, I, you, we, you, or they, or he, she, and it, plus the complement. For example, are you from France? Or is he my friend? Or is she my student? And then at the end, we use the question mark. And don't forget the intonation at the end. It has to sound like a question. For example, are you in Slovakia? So at the end, you have to just have like the correct intonation for a question. Here are some examples in the positive form. For example, I am from Mexico. He is from Slovakia, or she's from Slovakia. Or we are from Australia. The other examples that I have here for you in the negative form, I am not European, he is not American, and we are not Australian. The contracted affirmative form of the verb to be is, for I is I am, that is the long form, and the contracted form would be am or am. You are, it would be your. So you are, your. For he is, it will be his. For she is, it will be she's. For it is, it will be its. For we are, we're, you are, it will be your. And for they are, it will be their. Again, I'm going to repeat them just for reference. Am, your, his, she's, its, we're, your, and their. And now, these are some examples that I have for you. I'm an English teacher. You're smart. She's an English student. He's a pilot. And it's a very cute dog. And we're friends. You're hardworking people. And they're online students. If you want more information about how to use the present simple, or if you need English classes, don't hesitate to visit alvademy.com. It's going to be here on the bottom, and then you can just take a look at the website, and I'm going to be very happy to assist you in any questions that you may have, or if you need like any English courses, or we also teach Spanish and French. If you need like any language courses that we offer, I'm going to be very happy to teach you. So my name is Albert Vargas. I'm an English instructor. I've been an English instructor for many years and a language instructor also for many years. It was a pleasure to be teaching you today. Just a very short lesson about the present simple. So I'll see you next time.